What's up guys, it's Sebastian, and today we're going to review the ANA Business Class old products. Big favor before we dive in is to give this a thumbs up, and if you are new, consider subscribing. Let's dive in. Okay, just checked in for luggage and kind of have everything handed off. We're now in the ANA Business Class Lounge in Haneda. There's a bunch of hot items and also noodles. I definitely recommend going for the noodles because it is fresh. To be fair, I did polish off a plate of karaage. Mandy wasn't really a fan, but I think fried chicken never really hurts. I do have two bowls here. First bowl is Mandy's remaining broth for the ramen, just so I can get a taste of it and see how it goes. Not bad. The tonkatsu broth is pretty good. I ended up getting an udon bowl. Udon's definitely a lot lighter. Just depends on what you're going for and what you're in the mood for. Karaage was fine. I liked it. I think it didn't pass Mandy's bar, but it was tasty for me. Curry was also okay. Mandy also did not like it. So if you do have a very fine palate, then maybe Mandy's channel is the one to follow. Curry is a bit strong. It's not bad. Give it a 6 or 7. Yeah, like it's not an 8. 7 if you're in the mood for curry, 6 or 5 if you're not. Gonna keep eating and then do a bit of work, but see you in a bit. One big difference for the old product is going to be the seats themselves. So it is a 1-2-1 configuration, meaning that there's 2 seats in the middle and the sides have 1. They are staggered. It still is a pretty nice product and pretty wide by all means, but it is less enclosed and you do have less privacy than a new product, which would normally have a wall right over here. Middle seat is perfect if you are a couple and you want to sit together, but we generally actually prefer window seats because it is a bit nicer and I think it's easier to get the pictures that we're looking for. Plus, we both like to stare out and look into the clouds. I think Mandy does have a better seat though, since she is closer to the window. One thing you will notice with the product is that it is showing its age, so there is quite a bit of wear and tear, and why I'm kind of hoping they replace more of these planes with the new product. Service though is still going to be awesome. We're starting off of a welcome drink, which is orange juice. Even though the hard product is older, I'm still excited for the soft product. I feel like whenever you fly Asian Airlines, soft product is always amazing. So the customer service and the experience. Still though, let's take a look at the hard product. We do have pretty decent seats. Not too claustrophobic at all if that's a concern, and a decent amount of legroom. I think one reason it does feel a little bit shorter is because of how the leg rest area sticks out. So you do pretty much want to take off your shoes and use that space. I did change into brand new socks right before this. It is a staggered configuration, and that kind of means that you have this whole area that is not really that useful. So for this trip, it's probably going to be my shoes. I guess you can maybe store something there, but I think it's not really a vibes. It also means that the window is a lot further away compared to Mandy, who is right over there, who is right next to the window. You do have this gigantic side area. You can put your water bottle there. So you have to double press it in order to open it, and it is a storage compartment, a bit old school, but it works. Over here is a section for the literature, so information about the plane. We are on a Boeing 777-300. Vomit bag over here, and that's pretty much it. You also do have a light over here. 1, 2, 3. Over here are the headphone jacks. And this is to turn the seat up and down. We are taking off, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Everything just fell out. Okay, we're up in the air. Let's continue the tour. Over here is going to be a fast setting to turn it into a bed or to turn it upright. In addition, there are a lot of other settings, so you can recline the seat. Tracking, I think, is moving it forwards or backwards. Upright and bed is pretty straightforward, and then lumbar support if you want a bit more back support. I'm actually a pretty big fan of that, and I feel like a lot of other chairs don't have this. You also do have a do not disturb and a side lamp and light button. Press this one. Oh, so that's for the one up here. I do like the blue that they have. I think it's pretty modern looking. Do not disturb if you're sleeping and you don't want to be woken up for meal service. Also, there's a remote over here, and let's see if this is touchscreen. It is touchscreen. So you have 2 options, whether you want to use the remote or touch the screen. This is a pretty hefty remote, pretty sturdy. Let's take a look at the movie selection and see if they have anything new. All right, new releases. The Marvels, Holdover, Burial. I mean, it's things I haven't seen before, so I think that's actually good. We are flying February 2024 for reference. The Wall, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and then the rest are ones that have been around for a bit. I'm happy with it though because the JAL flight here had a lot of old movies, things I already saw. In terms of the screen, it's not too badly sized, but it is a bit more outdated, so a tiny bit more pixelated. In terms of an iPhone Pro Max, it's kind of what it looks like relative to the screen. Turning it around, yeah, not too bad, but obviously there are bigger screens. Hello everyone. There are other settings for the remote. There's a light here, which is pretty harsh, but might be useful if you're trying to take pictures of food, or probably more so if you're reading. Let's turn it on, but be prepared. Pretty strong. To call for help, or if you want to play games, tons of options here. Heading towards the front, you do have more settings. So this is to turn on, off. On the seat is going to be a pillow. It is a pretty nice pillow, kind of memory foam. I feel like a lot of other pillows are way too soft, so I'm a pretty big fan of this. I think I might actually sleep on this flight. You also get a blanket. Actually, it's another pillow. This one's softer and less memory foamy. Never mind, I'm wrong. This is actually the blanket. It's just wrapped up like a pillow. So you have to kind of unwrap it. And you're good to go. This is the topper for the bed if you want to sleep. So you or them would lay this out once your bed is in sleep mode and you're ready to sleep. Pretty much adds another inch or so of comfort to the seat, or bed in this case. There is a goodie bag with a bunch of different items inside. Let's take a look. You have slippers, headphones, and an amenities kit. For most business class flights, they do give you slippers because they expect you to sleep, use the sheets, and they don't want you to put your dirty shoes all on these up. Surprisingly, these actually fit. For a lot of other airlines, my feet are generally a bit too big where it's not comfortable or it just outright does not fit. A little bit cozy, but they work. In addition, as part of that kit, they do also give you a shoehorn so you can take on and off your normal shoes more easily. Less of a problem for running shoes, but if you have dress shoes, it is pretty helpful. Last thing from that set is going to be this plastic bag. I'm guessing it is for your slippers if you either want to hang them up for when you sleep or if you want to take them home. Speaking of hanging, there is a little hanger right over here. I think it is meant for your coat, and even on here it says coat. If you're eating, you got to put a movie on. These are the headphones for the flight. It says ANA on them. Let's open these up and see how they work. A little bit small, but let's see how they fit on the ears. Okay, definitely on the smaller ends. I might end up switching to my Zonies. They do a pretty decent job of noise cancellation, even though I'm not plugged in yet. All right, let's take a look at the amenities kit. The bag is from Attinger, London, and it's exclusively for ANA. Pretty nice bag. You can easily store some cables in here or other electronics. Okay, let's empty this out. Pretty bare bones bag. So this is about the company and other information. This is... I just dropped it. Oh, it's a little grocery bag, or I guess little handbag that folds up. We tend to use these for groceries. You also get 2 items. First one is lip balm. Next one is body lotion. And that's it. I mean, to be fair, I do like that this bag probably is more useful than a lot of other ones, but surprisingly bare bones. I feel like they could have tossed a toothbrush or something else in there. Over here are going to be a bunch of snacks and also other amenities for sleep. So eye masks, earplugs, toothbrush, toothpaste, and pretty much everything else you need. Okay, food service is starting. Let's open up the tables and enjoy. Oh, cool. So you have to open it up and wow, that's a pretty impressive table. Starting off, I got some alcohol-free beer. And this is the mousse bouche. It's duck, olives, and I think it's a nut biscuit. Okay, the light might be a bit harsh, so let's turn it off and see how it looks. I mean, that's passable. Duck. Pretty normal, bit of pepper on it, tastes solid. Side note, let me know what you prefer for future videos, whether the light to be on or for it to be off. I think I prefer off, but yeah, curious what you think. The cheese is really good. Duck is a little tame for me. I think they could have done a bit more, but still solid. Nut biscuit's pretty good, but it does give me a bit of dessert vibes. Going to finish this off and I'll see you for the next course. All right, continuing the headphone test. It's passable. You do have to pump the volume a little bit higher and there still is a decent amount of background noise. I probably would opt for your own headphones if you have them. It's not bad, but I feel like a lot of travelers have their own headphones. Not really any active noise cancellation, more so just the headphone itself kind of covering your ear and isolating in that way. Biggest difference is that you know you are watching a movie on a plane. With your own noise canceling headphones, it's more immersive. Much better. Food is also here. One big disadvantage of an overnight flight is that you do have limited meal service. This is pretty much what we have until the breakfast before landing. It is unlimited, you can order as much as you want, but nothing too fancy, pretty standard fare. I have the udon, an ice cream, corn soup, and a Diet Coke while I watch this movie. Let's actually see what Mandy has. Looks pretty solid, but let's see how it tastes. Udon. Pretty solid. About on par with the udon down in the lounge. Let's taste the broth. Broth's pretty good. Tofu sheet. Simple, but scratches the itch. Let's do a taste test of the corn soup. It's okay. It's a bit starchier than I thought it would be. The taste is there. I feel like they could have done a little bit more, like maybe a bit of pepper or something. It's just straight corn soup in the most pure sense of it. I use this word a lot, but uninspired. It's fine. I feel like they could have done a little bit more, some garnish, some other flavors that they added on top of it to make it more unique. That's fine. Ice cream, can't really go wrong with this. Diet Pepsi, because they don't have Diet Coke. I think I like Diet Coke better, but you can't really change partnerships. There is a little bit of seaweed for the udon that I probably should have added. See if it changes anything. Adds a bit more flavor to it. I think of everything I got, probably get the ice cream and the udon, but I will try the ramen later on. Okay, a bit random, but these are some of the best splitting chopsticks I think I've ever touched. Some other cheaper ones, when you open it, there's a lot of splinters. Not really the case here. Maybe a small factor, but good chopsticks. Okay, let's try the food. Let's start off with this one. Pretty much a cold potato, and it was cooked in miso. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it tastes like to me. The initial mouth taste wasn't that interesting, but the aftertaste is pretty strong and a good one. Bit of fish flavor now too. That's a really interesting dish. Next up is tofu. Kind of tastes like a tofu steak where the outside was well cooked, inside was very smooth. Pretty solid. Next up is going to be what looks like a fish roe tart. It's not a tart, it's a cup. Yep, that's his cup. Pretty good. I don't think I was supposed to use my hand to eat that one. Brussels sprout. It's fine. I feel like they could have done a little bit more to make it more interesting, but not bad. Next up is one I've been looking forward to, and it's the tamago. Probably the best thing I've had on this plate yet. Carrot. I don't know what this is. Some type of paste. Kind of feels like a taro and potato mixed paste. I usually like taro, not really a fan of that one. Last one of the appetizers. I'm not actually even sure what that is. I can't really describe it. Pretty strong flavors. It's not bad. I think it's good as one item. I don't think I would want a whole big plate of it. Let's have some miso soup. Pretty solid miso soup. Okay, moving into the main, we have rice and fish. Let's taste the rice. Actually, really good rice. I don't think I would normally highlight that. Has a little hint of sweetness to it. Good quality. Next up is the fish. Super flaky, not overcooked at all. A lot of subtle flavors there. Really good. Not sure when this one is. I'm still not really sure. It's pretty gelatinous. Not bad though. Mushroom. A little on the bland side. Tofu. Tofu's pretty good. Lots of different fruits, including kiwi. That's one of the sweetest kiwis I feel like I've ever had. That's a good kiwi. And also pineapple. There's something about Japanese fruit that's almost always perfect. last but not least, coffee. There are some disadvantages because it is an older product, but overall, this was still a good flight. Great service, food was okay, but it did the job. We're well rested before getting back to San Francisco. It's currently 2 p.m., so once we get home, we're probably gonna do some more work, and it's another productive day. With economy, you're probably gonna still be tired, and once you get home, you're probably going back to sleep. 7 a.m. Tokyo time, 2 p.m. San Francisco time, and just under an hour left before we land. Also, in case you're curious what's sitting in the middle is like, this is it. You can see your neighbor over here, and if you look back, you can see where I sat. There's no privacy screens. The new rooms do have privacy. This spot is definitely a lot more exposed than Mandy's one. She does have some kind of pseudo privacy, but yeah, depends on what you're looking for. And then if you do have a player 2 with you, it is kind of hard divided. So there's not really any way to like bring this down. You can still talk to each other. Like it's not bad because you can lean in over here and they can kind of just look over. It doesn't really feel as cohesive as some other suites. So for a lot of other ones, the middle goes down and it feels like you're kind of together versus purely separate. Yeah, not too bad at all. So that was that spot over there. And now we're back. I still feel like they could have done something with this space, but maybe it's hard given the layout of the seats. I guess you do have to have legroom for each person, but I think it's better to be diagonal. That way it just feels a bit more cohesive across the whole board. Okay, so would I recommend flying ANA business class? I think if you can, try to fly the new product because that's a much better experience. But this does the job, and I feel like I've flown worse business classes before. Again, if you want to learn about cards in order to get points to do trips like this, and you want to support the channel, we do have links on the website, asksebby.com, and also down below in the description box. If you made it to this point, leave an airplane emoji in the comments down below, and I'll try to heart it and also respond. My question for you is, have you flown ANA business, and what are your thoughts? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favor, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing, share this with a friend, but otherwise, hope you liked it. See you next time.